G'day guys and girls, and welcome back to our little channel with our friendly Fern Goodies beer reviews. Now tonight, Goodies Craft beer reviews. I don't know if those lights are all a bit streaky and funky. They're coming up on the camera like that, but Bob's just a wreck at the moment, our tech guy. He doesn't put in much effort, and it's going to get the arse soon, I think. Look what I've got today now, a proper craft beer, a good craft beer, Garage Project. Oh, my mouth waters when I hear Garage Project, Behemoth Brewing, Chur, the Kiwis, mate, the New Zealanders. Oh, it's got to be the water, doesn't it? It's got to be the water. This is called, it's got the Braille can, the rough can. So it's a Braille can. So this is called Earthly Delights, with a very busy can, a big 440ml can, very pretty can. If you look at that can, you're going to buy it alone, aren't you? Look at that, sensational. Now it's got a bit of a spiel on the back. It's got the pregnancy warning. Always pregnancy warning. I mean, if you're pregnant, you shouldn't drink. I mean, I suppose you can have one or two, can't you? But you're not going to put away a couple of these bad boys at like 2.7 drinks, or you'll end up like me. I reckon I'm a product of a fetal syndrome, but anyway, alcohol feeling. Anyways, I don't know. It comes with water, malt, hops, yeast. It's just very clean. Now, this comes in at 2.7, is it? Hang on. No, sorry. I apologise. I've held the can away. It's an old 2.4 standard drink, 7% ABV. So a 7% beer, which is very good for, it's hazy, isn't it? A hazy IPA. Trying to, they just print things bigger. Fucking get glasses, goody. I think it says in there what it is, if you can see that. Arrow Street. Anyways, wow. Let's get it in the glass. I feel like restarting the video because I just went a bit autistic, but we'll deal with that later. It's a hazy IPA, I'm sure it is. I love the can. It's got the poor man's silver, but we're not going to judge it by that. I've had a tip, I've had a swirl. It feels like it wants to come out. At least we're in private. Oh, very crisp crack on the can. Let's get this into the glass. I'm expecting Canunkadunks and a mess, but this might be just an IPA. I should do my Googles a bit more, shouldn't I? But I just go on the can. I go on what it looks like. That's a nice looking beer. Geez, I get distracted easy. This is an IPA, I'm sure. Earthly Delights. Yeah, look, it's a craft beer. Zero carbon neutral. I've got to ring up about my power bill too. I've got solar panels. My power bill's gone up a bit, and I haven't really done anything. I've done a bit of distilling and all, but it doesn't cost that much. Oh, this is a good looking beer. Head is hanging around like a positive influence on someone's life. It's an amber looking beer. It's a bit more orange than the middle light of a stoplight set. I don't know why I said that, but it's a good looking beer. I can smell it from here. Let's have a sniff. I'm keen for this. I'm keen because I like Garage Project. This is definitely an IPA. It's an IPA. It smells like a West Coast IPA. So if I'm any reviewer, which I'm not, it definitely smells like an IPA. You got a lot of malt in this, a lot of hops and a lot of malt. It's not a East Coast. I think it's definitely a West Coast IPA. It smells absolutely delicious. I'm a Nipah person. Is my favourite style Nipahs. But you got to go with a weeper now and then. Cheers, everyone. I think it's Monday. Oh, this is an older video, so it's not today. First beer. Oh, stop it. I was going to say first beer of the evening. gorgeous. Straight away, you just taste. Now this, I'll tell you now, First Choice Liquor, shout out as usual, because you are amazing. Your range shits on everybody. Dan Murphy's is becoming like a depression clinic. All you get's ginger beer and seltzers and apple ciders. I go down 2 rows of beer and I go down 4.5 rows of apple cider, 10 rows of ginger beer, and I get lost in a shit ton of seltzers, which seltzers to me I don't like seltzers. They're just boring. You might as well just have but yeah, people like them, and that's okay. I'm not shitting on them that much, but this Garage Project, now, Earthly delights, mate, there is so much going on in that can. Aliens hanging out together and suns, and someone's having a chuff in the background, I think, and getting on it. It looks like a dead camel down the bottom, and a ghost, and a lot of naked. There's I think there's boobs down the bottom. A naked woman who's getting chased by a robot. Looks like, what's that bloke out of that animated show? Not The Simpsons, the other one. Futurama. Bender is his name, or Boner, or Bender. He was quite funny. I didn't really get into that show much. Something smells good around here too. Good looking beer. Let's go again. This could be a banger. Definitely a West Coast IPA from taste. Marmalade smell. Marmalade mandarin malt. Does not smell offensive. Very good sniff. Oh, that's glorious. It fits the brief. The style of this beer, if you like a West Coast IPA, this is spot on. How do they do it? I tell you what, the New Zealanders, mate, shout out to New Zealand. If you do 2 things right, I think it's probably mountains and good beer. Well, I'm sure I haven't been to New Zealand. I'd like to go just because I want to go there and drink beer. But I don't think that's well, it is the point of a holiday. Imagine the reviews. I could do this on tap. It'd just be mind-boggling. Yeah. It's just, you could, it's a banger. It's a banger for me. If you see this, buy it. If you see it, give it a run. It's heavy, so don't go out and drink like 10 of them at 7%. And go over there and carry on, because you'll probably get flogged. Jake the Muscle come out. I remember I saw this clip on TikTok, and it's a woman cooking, and it might be staged, I don't know. It's an old clip, but shit, it's funny. I'll see if I can find the link and put it in the description, so check it if I do. Otherwise, I'm lazy and I haven't, and Bob's useless. But it's got this woman cooking, and there's a bloke next to her, and he's just got this quirky fucking look on his face. But she's cooking eggs, and we're going to do some omelettes today. And he does this like little hucker with his hands, with his elbow, and he goes, "Cook the man some fucking eggs." And that comes off a movie, Once Were Warriors, Once Were Warriors, and the second one was What Became of the Broken Hearted, I think. 2 excellent Australian films filmed in New Zealand. Very, very, goes on about like Jake Belt and his misso, and which we don't condone here on the channel, obviously. I mean, fuck, but, he hooks into his missus a bit, and, they break up, and the daughter commits suicide. I won't ruin it all, which I probably just have, but yeah, What Become of the Broken Hearted and Once Were Warriors. Have a look at that movie. It's very confronting. So if you're probably 18 or 16, oh shit, they say words these days, but 16 or less, you wouldn't have a family night with popcorn with it. But yeah, there's a scene where I think it's Uncle Bully wants some eggs cooked, and Jake's missus won't cook them because some reason, and they're all on the piss and on the ton. And he says, "Cook the man some fucking eggs." Fucking hell. If I said that here, I just get told to fuck off. But, we don't go around doing that. We're not condoning that. I like to cook, actually. It's funny. I like cooking. I like my cars and bikes. I've got hopefully this, like I said, this job, I'm the preferred applicant. Got to still, like I said, do a few more things, but I don't know. Hopefully good things to come, eh? I need a bit of the good things to come. Sometimes I think if I was a female, now this is if I was a female, which I can be these days, if I was a female or I'd want, this is me as a female, isn't it funny talking like this as a male? I'd want a bloke who's a homebody. This is me as a female. So, what would Goody being female like? Gina, the craft beer reviewer. So Gina would like a guy that's simple. Simple, loves a beer or a crafty, within reason. Carry yourself like a man. I want a man. I don't want a fucking toaster that's a cis toaster. I want a man. I want them to help me when I need help. And I want them to, this is weird, eh? Like, this isn't funny talking like that. I'm not a homosexual. I'm just saying, and if I am, it's okay. Everything's okay on the channel. But, yeah, if you're a woman, why am I fucking talking about this? Sometimes I talk into these fucking conversations. I want a guy who stays home, but like, I'll tell you with a relationship, this is what I did, and no one's perfect. Fuck, I'm not perfect. And here it is in writing, ready? We all have problems, and I've got fucking some problems. But it's the problems are 10%, and the majority of it is 90%. Never ever accuse someone of something that they didn't do, unless you've got solid proof. That's a relationship killer. I think you've got to work through difficult times, but you've got to want to. But the problem is if you do get shit on a lot, it gets to a point where you're going to go, I'm losing the drive to work on it because no one's listening and no one's changing. So if someone said to me, I don't like this about you, I'd instantly change it. Unless they say to you, don't have a beer, don't have a game, I'd be like, well, why are you with me? Like, I'm pretty lucky, like easy go and stuff like that. Like I love a computer game, but I love photography. I haven't done a lot for a while, blogging and stuff. I haven't done a lot. And I love a craft beer because I just love the taste of some of these big bougie beers. I don't know why I started talking about my perfect boyfriend. But perfect partner too for me. Well, I don't want perfect. This is a female. And yeah, it's 2024 and I'm very pro-masculine. I'm very, I think men should be, and if you're gay or anything, that's okay, but let's stick to straight men. Straight men who work their guts out and they're not root rats and they're good dudes deserve the best partners. And men will decompress a lot. I think men will go quiet sometimes. And you know why they go quiet, ladies? Because they're just decompressing. They're not thinking of you. They're not, because you can ring them and go, hey, can you come do this for me? And they'll be there. They might not say much there. Or, they sometimes, yeah. Men decompress a lot. And you've just got to sometimes, I sit in the driveway, sometimes I'll get on the road to IGA and I'll sit there and I stop the car and I just give myself 5 minutes and I stare out the window and I'm actually not plotting a mass murder. I'm just sitting there going, my brain thinks and it ticks over. And it ticks over and it just says, I don't know, it just ticks over and decompresses. It's like the old hard drives you had to decompress. Anyways, I've rambled on with enough shit. Yeah, look, I'm pro-male like that, and I am. And if you don't like that, I'm sorry, but doesn't mean I shit on people, or not literally, but like, I don't. Two types of people in the world: dickheads and good people. But yeah, I think men. I held the door open for a young girl on the Gold Coast when I was with my partner. And she turned around and she said something offensive. My partner was there. Oh, I don't think she said. She said something offensive. She's like, I don't need no fucking man, or I don't need a man to open the door. I don't need a big man. She said something like that, a big man. And her friend said to her, stop talking like that. He's being nice. Stop it. Stop. I just opened the door for women. It's just what I do. It's a bit chivalry. It's a bit old-fashioned. Sometimes even my partner, I'll open the car door for her. You just do it. It's just some things I think are just manly and nice and sweet. And you do it. And I bit my lip that night because usually I would have gone, you know what? Oh, you don't know what to say. And don't be self-entitled. That's the best advice I can give. And be kind to each other, love each other, take care of each other, be kind to each other. I love you all. What a beer, what a yarn. I hope you liked it. If you didn't, give it 5 minutes and hang up. Like and subscribe because I'm poking along with a few new subs. Shout out to Butts, who's a recent subscriber. Cheers, brother. And, mate, I tell you what, New Zealand beers, I've got to get some more behemoths. This was $6 at first choice, which is absolutely ridiculous for a beer like this. Even $11 a can, people will go, that's expensive, because you buy 6 and it's $60, but you're not going to sit there and session this. You take it in, you enjoy it. You don't just scull it. You sip at it and enjoy it. Scull your sessionable ones if you got to, whatever. But this is just beautiful. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, everyone. Mega video. Jeez, I ramble.